This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Welcome to today's beach report, today's second beach report on YouTube. Let's just take a little walk on the beach because it is the perfect beach day. This last day of August in 2025. What a year it's been. What a summer it's been. And now the summer is winding down. And the beach report has driven all the way up north in my rocket ship to get to Long Beach Island, New Jersey. This is what we call a jetty. A bunch of rocks jutting out into the ocean. You can see there's a fence here. And like all East Coast beaches, we have a big problem with beach erosion. You can see it happening right there. The beach erosion is taking place. The sun is super bright. The water, well, it's not warm like soup, but it's not really cold either. Good morning, Gloria. Thank you for taking a walk on the beach with me this morning. We've entered my happy zone. This is the home beach. I was raised on this beach. Part-time New Jersey girl. You may notice there's a sandbar right there where the waves are breaking. Keep your eyes open for wildlife. Because the critters are in there, out there, in there. You'll get to see the little boy that I just made famous. He's fishing with his dad and his brother. This is so cute. This is what childhood is. This right here. Nobody's got a device in their hands. They're fishing in the surf. Oh, look, he caught a fish. Oh, how exciting. Look at this, he caught a fish. Dude, you caught a fish. That's amazing. that's a fluke.
Oh boy.
Send him back home to his mama. Bye. Bye. Yeah. Too little to eat. That was exciting. See the little boy caught a little fish. I love that. I hope the fish didn't hate it too much. Hope he's really able to go back to his mama with a fish story. Mom, you won't believe what just happened. His mom will be like, that should teach you not to take food from strangers. Don't do it again. You got lucky this time because you're little. You want to get big? Stop taking food from strangers. Am I right? Oh, look at the beach erosion there. That's not good. Here's another jetty. You have to be always very careful when you go across jetties. One of the biggest problems I've always had with a jetty is that you can see the stones are in the sand. And if you try to go around the jetty and go all the way up here, you're still gonna step on a stone. Look, this one all the way up there. So you do have to be very careful. Tread lightly. I've stubbed my toes on many a little jetty rock. Many, many times. It hasn't killed me, it made me stronger. Oysters on the beach. Oyster shells on the beach. I don't really see that down south. And this right here, this is a stingray. I'm sorry, not a stingray. They're these big armored crabs. What are they called again? They're huge. And they've got these spikes on the end of them, but they don't hurt you. Help me out with the name of those crabs. They get really big. They look like tanks. We never see them down south. There's some beach erosion for you. Horseshoe, thank you, Gloria. That was in my head. Yes, horseshoe crabs, that's it. All right, we're coming up to this part of the beach. I'm gonna have to sing. You'll see why. A lot of people out this morning. Everybody's wearing sweatshirts. It's not Florida. Hey Fabrizio, good to see you. It is beautiful out this morning on Long Beach Island, New Jersey. Good morning, good Sunday morning to all of you, wherever you may be. Childhood. A beach childhood is a perfect childhood, I believe. I was blessed to have a beach childhood. Boston has some beaches, right? I've never been there, but you are on the coast. All right, I hope everybody will sing with me right now. This tattered flag is endemic of our country right now. It's ripped, it's torn, it's tattered, but at the same time, it's still waving, it's still proud, and we're making a comeback, am I right? So sing with me, please. If tomorrow all the things were gone, a word for all my life. And if I had to start again with just my children in my life, I thank my lucky stars to be living here today. 'Cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA. Well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say, and I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. I don't know what beaches you've been on, June 19th. Woo, I just got kissed by the ocean. But I have seen a lot of people on the beach, especially Florida. There's been a lot of tourism this summer. Actually, I've been surprised at how many tourists there have been in Florida this year. And this beach is certainly not empty. It's still early in the morning, but there are people everywhere coming out to the beach, so I think you're living in an alternative world. I have a lot of hope for this country. Even though I see people, they come on my show and they hurl accusations and they spew hatred and negativity and nastiness. But you know, you're not hurting me. You're hurting yourself when you do that. I don't really care what you think of me or what you say, But if you're constantly looking for reasons to pick a fight with others or to be angry, nasty, confrontational, the only person you're hurting is yourself. So I see Dwayne here needs to get an attitude adjustment in his life. That's right, Fabrizio, look at you. We live in a great country. We are blessed. And Fabrizio knows because he comes from another country that is not on the same wavelength as America. There are no countries like this country where the people here, even after being robbed and beaten and just trounced into the ground, every other country in the world thinks we owe them something, and they've been taking advantage of us all these years, and our own politicians have sold us out. But like this tattered, torn, busted up flag, we are still standing. We are still proud to be Americans. We still love this country, and we will fight for it. Just like this poor flag has had to fight for its existence against the sun and the wind and the rain. It's still here. Of course, it needs to be replaced. No American flag should ever look like that. But I'm just saying, we are Americans. We are tough. That's right, Terry. And thank God for President Trump. Hi, Geraldine. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Beach Report today. We are on the New Jersey beach of Long Beach Island, Beach Haven, New Jersey. I grew up on this beach, and I was here last month with my daughter, you might recall, but I'm here at least until tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday, right? Yeah, so I'm here kind of reliving my past. I started my career here on this beach. I was a little kid on this beach. I was a teenager on this beach. Thank you, Fabrizio, and thank God for people like you too who do love this country. And anybody who comes onto this show and has negative, nasty things to say about my country, my president, you're just showing us who you are, and who you are is not healthy for the rest of us, you know? Why don't we make the world a better place instead of spreading hate and negativity? What is it that compels a person to come onto a beautiful show like this? See such a scene, and then have something nasty to say. I know, I love the surfers, old Upa. And there are surfers here on this New Jersey beach. There's always been surfers here. It's not the best surfing beach in the world, but it's not that bad either. And when a hurricane comes, you know, everybody jumps out. Hi, Khalid. But it is so beautiful. I saw some surfers earlier. Maybe they were just boogie boarders. I'm a boogie boarder myself. I started my journalism career on this island, Long Beach Island, New Jersey. And the publication still exists. It's called The Sandpaper. I'm still friends with the owners, and in fact, I think I might write an article for The Sandpaper. I do that from time to time. Drew's head is stuck in a loop. Hey Drew, why don't you just look at the ocean and enjoy your life instead of worrying about things that really have nothing to do with you. I hope they have nothing to do with you. Such silly, silly people. I wonder if a person like Drew is a paid bot, or like a bot, or if they're paid. I mean, bots aren't paid, clearly, because they're not real, but what compels you to do such things? It's time for people to wake up and understand that you make your own reality, and somebody like Drew, who just sits around thinking about the Epstein files all day long, I don't know, what are you doing with your life? Can't you just enjoy the beach for a minute? Poor Drew. We feel sorry for people like you. Like I said, you're stuck in a loop. I think Drew's not real, though. I think Drew's a bot. So just ignore the bots. This is what freedom looks like. Freedom on the beach. Freedom to walk down the beach. No, I did not have this freedom. When COVID hit, I actually got kicked off the beach by the police a few times. It was terrible, and I understand the beaches up north here were the worst. I used to live on this beach, Drew. I don't live here anymore. I'm just visiting. But you know, you're gonna put someone down, telling them to go live on the beach is not really a put down. You're gonna have to work on your material, Drew. Maybe get a sense of humor. Fabrizio says, don't waste time in life, you'll never get it back. Enjoy, work hard, try always to do the right thing. Leave the world a better place. You never miss an opportunity to share your knowledge. Exactly. Exactly. Drew's just showing us what an angry, hateful person he or she is. And Drew is also telling a lot of lies here. So everybody ignore the bull, the bot, the troll. Yeah, the bull. Do you have a Tesla, old Upa? I have a hybrid and I love it. I don't need to afford rent. And I don't need to afford eggs either, because I don't have to eat if I don't want to. I don't like to eat that much anyway. You know, eating crappy food is overrated. I think fasting will save your life. I'm a huge fan of it. It's good to see you, old Upa. I hope you are subscribed. I hope you liked this video. We've got almost 200 people watching and only 3 likes. Come on, guys, show us the love. I do want to thank you all, though, because the Beach Report is now being seen by more than 1 million people, and that is amazing. And I am humbled and honored that you spend your time with me here on the beach, of course. How could you not? There's no show like the Beach Report anywhere in the world. See how it's disappearing. That looked pretty cool, didn't it? Hey, Geraldine. I know seeing our kids is the best, isn't it? My daughter and her husband will be here today. So we're going to have a wonderful family day. It was her birthday yesterday. Which really, well, it's great that it's her birthday and everything, but for me, it's my birthing day. It's the day I became a mom. And I just love that. Drew's leaving. Drew can't take the happiness anymore. Poor Drew. Hey, Drew, go find a puppy to kick. No, that's terrible. Don't do that. Please, I take that back. Don't kick any puppies. Hi, Armanda. We are in New Jersey, on Long Beach Island, New Jersey. Look at this dog. So the kids are going to bring their dog. I wasn't sure if there were dogs allowed on the beach, but I see them everywhere, so I guess it's okay. And I'm going to say something else about being old. It's a glorious time to be old in America. And sometimes people come on my show and they want to shame me. Like, shame me for being old. I'm going to be 60 years old actually in November. And I'm proud of it. And I appreciate it. I appreciate all those years behind me. And, okay, Mike, now you're being rude. So do not talk like that about me. I deserve and demand respect. I'm not here looking for a date or a boyfriend or a man of any kind, really. Y'all have disappointed me beyond all belief. So at this point, I love Jesus. He's my man. He's the best man. 1965, you know it, baby. First Gen Xers. So thank you, Tim. Yeah, sorry if I disappoint you. But when we women get to be almost 60 years old, we're not interested in looking for men anymore. We're not interested in sex, at least most of us. I don't know, there are some ladies who are still out there for you, and I suggest you go seek out those women, because I'm not your girl. I just want to be on the beach, sharing my wisdom, sharing life. That's beautiful. I mean, look at this. All right, Tim understands, he's 63. You know, you start to hit your 60s and it's just like so many other things are so much more important. You're no longer looking for a mate. My husband passed away. It's going to be 3 years ago next month. And I can't replace him, and I don't want to replace him. Now, 420 somewhere, you are my kind of person. Yes, in every way. And the grandchildren thing, man, I can't wait for that. And I don't have them yet, but it could happen. It could happen soon. We never know. My daughter's married. My son has a girlfriend that he's been with for a long time. So, you know, one of them should produce the one person I'm waiting for. My first grandchild. Old Upa says, come to Germany, but we have no great beach. We have long, freshwater, lazy rivers for river cruise. Now that's true. Actually, Old Upa, you'll be happy to know that the Beach Report does also speak German. And I lived in Switzerland for 10 years. So, mein Deutsch ist nicht so gut, aber ich mehr Schweizerdeutsch. But yeah, I'm not coming to Europe. I had enough of Europe. I was there for 10 years. And it's beautiful, but it's always the same. It's funny because when you're in Europe, everywhere you go, it's like things just never change, at least in Switzerland. And I come here to the beach on Long Beach Island. I grew up on this beach, and it looks completely different than it did when I was a kid. So we are currently on Long Beach Island, New Jersey, and this is Beach Haven. Welcome. Welcome everybody to the Beach Haven edition of the Beach Report. This is actually the beach that I started my journalism career. I grew up here. Well, I grew up in Pittsburgh, but we came here every summer. So I can't say that I have always been a local, but I did everything I could to become a local. Ooh, this guy's got a drone. Cool. Yes, the Beach Report wants to have a drone. So we're putting that out to the universe that we might, one of these days, acquire a drone. I lived in Pittsburgh most of my life. And then I lived in Switzerland for 10 years. And the whole world changed. Now, the whole world changes when you live in another country. Lord Kevin's from California. Yep, you got the good beaches there. Wait, youthful lady in the profile. Hello, music. Yeah, I'm youthful. I am. I'm going to be 60 years old. And I wear every one of those years on my face in every line and every gray hair. And I'm proud of it. I've had a really great life. And I've spent my entire life documenting other people's lives as a journalist. I love writing about other people. And I like giving other people notice, you know, when they deserve it. Lord Kevin, what is the most important thing you ever asked for the universe and got it? No children, huh? Well, you know, that's a double-edged sword right there. Having children, the hardest job you will ever love to hate. But when your children grow up, that's another story. So the water is beautiful, actually. Let's go walk into it. Would you like to dip your toes in the water with me? We're doing it. It's absolutely gorgeous. We're going in. Woo! Woo! I don't know if you can see my foot, but look, it's so clear. You can see all the shells. New Smyrna Beach. I gotta go to New Smyrna, Peter. You know, I'm a transplanted Floridian. And I have been to New Smyrna Beach, but I've never seen sharks there. I need to go back. You know, Pablo, why do you have to think like that? But they've been here. There have been dead bodies on the New Jersey beaches, for sure. Yeah. I've never, ever come close to a shark in all of my 60 years of living on the beach. So did you get your sweet woman who's carrying likes classical music into esoteric things and is spiritual? Did you get that, Kevin? I hope you did. Some people, they're so negative. What's wrong with you? You know, the beach report is about happiness, beaches, sunshine, smiling children, laughing seagulls. I know, Gloria. You've got almost 10 years on me, girlfriend. And it's great. It's a great time to be elderly in America, isn't it? Dave wants to ask God every day for the guidance, or he does ask God for the guidance to have the love, tolerance, peace, and balance necessary just to be a good man every day. I love that. Thank you. No clouds in the sky. It's so beautiful here. Oh, Lynn. You have to be happy when you're at the beach, you know, that's what it's all about. You get bad hair, you don't care. It's so beautiful here. This is the beach that I grew up on. I wrote a book about this beach. And this is my trip back up north with my book in hand. I don't have it in my hand right now, but I wrote a book about this beach. It's called Do You Think About Me on My Birthday? I hope you will check it out. You're only 48. That seems young. Yes, we Gen Xers, we're a special breed of people. Look, there's one now. That dude's definitely a Gen Xer. You can tell by the way he walks. And where's his Salt Life sweatshirt? Gloria is so blessed with 5 great-granddaughters, 2 granddaughters, and 2 grandsons. Holy guacamole. You must have got started young with those people. Okay, Lord Kelvin asked for a woman with corgis. I got one with 2, but I didn't say a sweet woman then, so she's very argumentative. Oh, oh, thank you, Lynn. You're funny, Kevin. 3D's here. Gen X time, but you're the younger version. Okay. No, you're really not. I'm sorry. You can't just claim to be Gen X without being Gen X. And I know that because I was born in 1965, and I am one of the first Gen Xers ever. We feral children. Well, okay, I wasn't feral. Not even a little bit. Actually, I was one of the first Gen Xers to survive. I was brought into this world as an unplanned pregnancy, a mistake, if you will. And I was given up for adoption on the day I was born. And since then, my life has been golden. It's been an array of beautiful beaches and exciting adventures. And I have lived like there's no tomorrow, because you never know. There might not be a tomorrow. But for Dave P, he's going to be 61 tomorrow. So happy birthday, Dave. That's exciting. So you already hit your 60s. So I am right on the edge. And Dave P, I got to say, not a Gen Xer. Dave P's still a baby boomer. True story, bro. But Lord Kelvin, on the other hand, is what day were you born? I was born on the 30th of November. So we are Gen Xers, brothers and sisters right here. Yeah, Bill, don't get rude. You know, when you're in your 60s, you don't care anything about sex. You don't care anything about finding love. No, done with that. Did it all. Been there, done that. Yeah, T. Henry's also a mistake. You're not a mistake. You're not a mistake. I'm joking because no baby is a mistake. This is why I'm an anti-abortion activist. I don't know. I don't usually go like out in front of abortion clinics. I've done it, but I don't do things like that. However, I don't think it's right to kill people, especially when they're trying to get a start on life. And everybody can be adopted. There's so much love out there in the world. I know this for a fact. I'm a product of it. Hi, Carl. I'm glad that you're here, and I know you can love the beach. You don't have to be a Gen Xer. As long as you're MAGA, that's all I care about. We love our MAGAs. All the babies. All the babies. What's wrong with people coming on here and looking for trouble? Really? Why don't you enjoy life? Why don't you try to be happy? Say something nice. I'm not going to answer any of the negative comments. I'm not going to kick you off either because everybody needs to know who you really are. Just saying. You show yourself when you say nasty things. So, Harry doesn't know me at all and thinks I support killing babies, and that's crazy. I'm the last person to support killing babies, so don't come on here looking for a fight. You're not going to find one. You are so welcome, Fred, and I'm so glad that you're here. And I'm happy to see Scotland in the house. You have some beaches in Scotland, don't you? They look a lot different than this, though, I think. Thank you, 420. There's that. Did you know, you guys want to talk about abortion? We can talk about abortion. Did you know that 25% of Generation Z has been aborted? Let that one sink in. 25% of all the babies conceived for this generation right now, and they've all been killed. It's a lot of people. Anyway. Yep, I got my teeth. The ones I still have left in my head. They're falling out. That's another problem with getting older. Your teeth start to fall out. It's not pretty. I've lost this one. I've lost this one, Don't get me started. I'm lucky that I still have the ones I have, so it is what it is. Yeah, I feel sorry for Harry. Harry's got death on the mind. Harry's part of that death cult that we're trying to avoid. Let's look at the ocean. Oh my gosh, Eggplant, you lost 4 teeth already at 50? Oh, I'm so sorry. It's really bad when you lose your teeth. There is nothing like... No, what is wrong with these people? It's so disgusting. I get rid of the disgusting people, okay? If you say anything really gross and disrespectful to me or anybody else on the show, you will be fed to the sharks. Thank you, Harold. So Lord Kelvin looks forward to more companionship and living life and drinking more Chardonnay. Well, I'm going to agree with most of that. However, here's what I'm not going to agree with. The Chardonnay part. I have a very bad feeling about wine. And I'm a wine connoisseur, and Lord knows I love my wine. But I'm giving it up. Because I'm starting to think either I'm too old to drink wine or they're putting something in it that's making me sick. And making a lot of people sick. So I have stopped drinking alcohol. I've stopped drinking wine. I'm not saying that I wouldn't drink wine if I knew that it was organically made and it didn't have a bunch of pesticides and nitrates in it and stuff like that. Then I might have a glass of wine, but only one glass. You have to be very careful with the alcohol. You know, they call it spirits for a reason. And I think that alcohol these days, it's of the devil. And it's not good for you. I don't think there is any safe amount. And they used to tell us that drinking a glass of wine a day was healthy. I don't believe that anymore. I don't believe it. Exactly. I don't think that alcohol serves anybody, Izzy. It doesn't serve me anymore. So I am not drinking any more alcohol because I think that it's a bad thing. I mean, it just, and I don't have a problem with it or anything. You know, I like I said, I love drinking wine. I feel like wine is a cultural experience. It's so amazing, all the different flavors that you can get from the grapes. But you know what? It doesn't serve me, so I'm not drinking it anymore. Dave, 39 years sober. That's awesome. 420 quit drinking 5 years ago. There you go. I agree with the make your own wine thing, but I'm not going to make my own wine. I can barely cook. I'm not making wine. And I don't care that much, really. I don't need that in my life. And I feel like right now it's 2025 and it's time to level up. I used to think that it was relaxing to drink, but now I think it disrupts my sleep. Now I think it messes with my metabolism. Now I think I don't need it. I don't want it. I'm done. I'm done. It always looks it looks so nice, you know, it's so, I have a glass of wine and I have a nice steak dinner or something like that. Yeah. I can still use the glasses and I can put water in them. Lemon water. Lemon water is my new superpower. So, yeah, I can't drink anymore. It's just like the older I get, one glass of wine and I feel affected by it. And not in a good way. It's not like it makes me drunk, but it makes me feel just not quite right. So I've been thinking this, like I'll stop drinking for like a month. I won't drink anything, and then I'll go out and there's a party or something and I'll have a glass of wine, and again, and it's like a cycle, and I'm done with it. So I had my last glass of wine, I think 2 weeks ago. I'm not looking back. So thank you. 60 years old. It's not young. It's not young, but it's not old either. Yes, Anonymous, I'm on the Jersey Shore today. You're used to seeing me in Florida, but right now, here we are on Long Beach Island, New Jersey. Beach Haven, to be exact. This is the beach of my heart. I was raised here. I've been coming here ever since I was a little kid. My dad used to come here since he was a little kid. It's a generational beach. Aw, James, don't hate yourself. You know, that's a problem too. People who hate themselves are not nice to other people. So think about that. How can you be nice to other people? How can you love anyone if you don't love yourself? Anti-Semitic? Harry, I'm a Jew. What's wrong with you? This Harry, I think I'm going to have to kick Harry off because Harry just wants to have a fight. And I'm not into fighting with anybody. How does a Jew be anti-Semitic? So silly. Oh, Colts Neck, New Jersey. I've never been there, Bill. Oh, Long Island's beautiful too. I used to live in Staten Island. Yeah, Izzy, you know the the craziness of somebody calling a Cohen an anti-Semite is pretty funny. That's right, Javin, or Haven. I'm not sure how to say your name, but water does give you a very peaceful state of mind. This is beautiful, isn't it? Well, Jones, it's okay to be kind to other people, but I think you have to have true love in your heart. You have to really feel it. People can tell if you don't. Massapequa. That's cool, James. I both writer and reporter, Lord Kelvin. Izzy, I'm totally having the best morning. Oh yeah. This is just beautiful. So people asking about me as a writer. So I started my career right here on this beach after graduating from college in 1987 from the Scripps School of Journalism at Ohio University. And I became a reporter for the Sandpaper. That's what the local news, they call it the Jersey Shore News Magazine. And it's been here a long, long time, longer than since I worked here. It's a really great newspaper owned by my friends, who became my friends. They were my bosses at one time, but now they're my friends. And I'm gonna write an article for the Sandpaper this week, because I love to do that. They'll always take an article from me. Actually, they'll take an article from anybody. There's a column that anybody can write for, so, but they do pay me, which is nice. I know, I was just at Wrightsville Beach, and now I am on Long Beach Island and Beach Haven. It's not chilly at all, actually. It was, so I had to put this flannel shirt on, and I wasn't happy about it. You know, I get out here and everybody's dressed like it's wintertime in sweatshirts and jeans and shoes, and Florida girl comes flying on the beach like, wah! In my bikini. Oh my gosh, so funny. Izzy, you're not wrong. I have a lot of friends. Actually, I'm so blessed with the people in my life. And I hope that you guys will also become my friends here on the Beach Report. So give me a thumbs up. Only 45 out of all these people. Can you help a girl out? Let's make the Beach Report even more popular than it already is. I've reached more than 1 million views. 1.1 million views. I look at my stats and I'm like not believing it, but it's exciting and I love it. And I'm so happy to be here on YouTube. I was always on Facebook, and Facebook's not nice. Seems like summer ended early this year and it got chilly. It did all of a sudden it did get chilly. So I'm gonna get rid of people. You can't make me do anything for likes, okay? Because I'm not a whore or a hooker for likes. No, I don't do that. Anyway, we've got some really nasty people coming on today, saying nasty things, and I just chuck them in the ocean. That's where the trolls go. They swim with the sharks. Bye! We got a lot of teeth for a reason. And that guy had the right name, too. Yeah, these people, man. Everyone's got sex on the brain. What's wrong with you? I guess they're young. I don't know. Yeah, try not to be rude. I'm not here looking for disrespect. I'm not looking for a boyfriend. I'm not looking for people to be nasty and talk about things that we don't need to talk about. This is Long Beach Island, New Jersey. This is the main beach here in this town called Beach Haven. And I grew up here. Back when I was a sandpaper reporter, I used to cover surfing events and the cool people on the beach. Well, it's early. It's only 8:45, and people were partying their butts off last night. I literally saw somebody lit a Roman candle next door in front of their house at midnight. So I'm thinking people are tired, but there are quite a few people on the beach for 8:45 in the morning. Hey Isaacs, good to see you. I'm glad you're here. It is not cold at all. It's warming up nicely. You see, some people, like these people, look cold. And then there's these kids, and they don't look cold at all. So it's really beautiful. Hi, Kenneth. Hey, Big Sal. It's got to be probably in the low 70s here right now. Absolutely gorgeous beach morning. And all the holiday goers, we call them shoobies back when I lived here. People who come down for the day, we call them the shoobies. So the shoobies are out getting ready for this glorious Sunday, and tomorrow's a holiday, and it's wonderful. Well, isn't it winter in Sydney, Frank? And the water is really beautiful. It's pretty warm, actually. It's not cold. Hey, Ada. Yes, the surf is just perfect, isn't it? Isn't God great at doing ocean? Hello, Italy. I have heard of Freehold, New Jersey, right? I have friends who live there. "40 degrees in the North Woods of Wisconsin." Okay, that's cold. Hey, you talk about sublimator. By the way, do you know the difference between Y-O-U-R and Y-O-U apostrophe R, or R apostrophe E? No, apostrophe R-E. Do you know the difference? Here, let me give you a little English lesson. This is something I like to do on the Beach Report because I realize that there are people here from all over the world, and not everybody speaks English, but you're practicing your English, and I like that. I like that you're here, and I like that you're practicing. Now, I am also an English teacher, besides being a writer and a journalist and an author and an editor and a show host and a bunch of other things. But I also am an English teacher. So for those of you who don't speak English fluently, here's the difference between you are, your, and your. So when you spell Y-O-U-R, you're talking about a possessive, something you own, like your shoes, your beach, your hair, your shirt, your. Now, when you write you want to tell somebody like you are beautiful, and you want to say you're beautiful. But you don't use Y-O-U-R because it's not a possessive, even though you're possessing the beauty. But you are beautiful. Now, your, Y-O-U apostrophe R-E, is bringing together the U and the R. That's what we do in English. We do the same thing with their, as in their, well, oh, you know what? There is an even worse example. That's a hard one too. Because again, there is spelled they are, T-H-E-Y apostrophe R-E-E-R-E. And then there is there as in the possessive, T-H-E-I-R. Do you have any questions? Anyway, when you want to talk to somebody and you want to say something like, you are a jerk, then you would say you're a jerk. Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. It'll make you look smarter. That's a little tip for the day from an English teacher. I'm not hot. I'm old. I'm going to be 60 in November. There's no hotness here. Just a lot of wisdom and a lot of happiness. Same with you. You have you. Exactly. Exactly, Jason. You're there. You're. It is. It's really confusing, I know, for people who don't speak English fluently. But I will always help. And thank you. So you're beautiful. Oh, you're the best to send. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate the super chat. And then Mark, he takes the texty way of saying it. You are, you're. That's how people do it now. But I was raised on classic English, and my mother was an English teacher. So if you ever have any English questions, I'm here to answer them all. So, what beach am I at? This is Long Beach Island, New Jersey. 6 miles at sea, 18-mile long island. Thank you, What Next? See, I love the nice people. Izzy, when I taught English, I actually taught English in Switzerland at Berlitz. I'm sure you've all heard of the Berlitz School of Languages. And they teach all languages at Berlitz. So they trained me at Berlitz, but most of my students after that were private students. I'm not really one for going in a classroom, but when I worked at Berlitz, sometimes I did have a classroom. Usually I had private students though. Wow, Nardis is a member. Woo woo! I'm so happy to see you, Nardis. Welcome to my membership. We have so much fun in the membership. So, oh wow, this is awesome. You guys are so great today. I'm loving this. Sometimes I do want to teach though. I'd like to teach creative writing again. I used to do that. I used to have a class when I lived in Switzerland about writing your memoir. You got that right, Jay. Yes, Donna, from one member to another new member. We are so excited to meet you and get to know you. And then we have to throw some people into the ocean where the sharks are waiting to eat you because you're rude. Hello, Lola. Alicante, Spain. You've got beaches, right? I don't know. I don't know where Alicante is, but it sounds beautiful. Hi, Darius. This is Long Beach Island, New Jersey. And this beach is Beach Haven. Hello, Queen Evil. You know, we don't do anything to the rude people, but throw them into the water where there are several sharks waiting right offshore to chomp on them. We just throw trolls into the drink. So when you see a troll, you just yell shark attack and somebody will throw them into the ocean. So beautiful, right? Hey, Thirst, it's getting much warmer here. It was a little chilly this morning, but I think it's in the mid 70s, coming up into the 80s now. Well, Francesco, that's true. Shark attacks are unlikely in real life, but if you do come on the beach report and you say something so rude and nasty that nobody can stand looking at you, we're going to throw you into the water where you will be eaten by a shark. That's right, a Sharknado if you want. We don't put up with really nasty trolls. You know, we're letting some of the people who hate President Trump and they just don't really know right from wrong and they're a little confused. We'll let them stay, but and they get annoying too. We throw them out. 75 degrees down in Central Florida. Yeah, I left Florida 2 days ago, and I'll tell you what, I miss it. I always miss Florida when I leave. Oh, Francesco, you're wonderful. You can be a troll. Just be polite. Troll's gonna troll Brian, exactly. But you know, we don't have to put up with it either. So I've got a bunch of moderators on this page, and everybody's looking out for each other. All right, Izzy, have a great breakfast. It was great to see you. That's right, I had to. I had to answer for everybody. Just poop on them. So people say I am Jewish, but I've also accepted Jesus. So I am a Messianic Jew. And if you're if you're Jewish and you haven't accepted Jesus yet, try it. Can you imagine growing up and being told that Jesus is nobody and nothing? It means nothing to you in your life? That's how I was raised. And then I learned the truth. And I thought, that Jesus, he's all right with me. So, what is that type of Jewish? Omar, I'm a Jew who's accepted Jesus in my life as my Lord and Savior. And I haven't looked back. I accepted him in 2018, and it was the best thing I ever did. Because Jesus loves you. Yeah, well, Richard, you can think what you want, but my life has changed for the best because I accept Jesus in my life. So, you know, Sasha, I've been reading a lot of history and the Bible and everything, and I don't believe that it was regular Jews who killed Jesus. Actually, Jesus was a Jew, but it was those people in charge, those Pharisees, those leaders who wanted to keep leading, and they just couldn't accept the truth that they weren't all that, and the rules not so important. So God sent his one and only Son to show us the truth, because Jesus is the Word, the way, the light. That's what I think, anyway. I know. I made the right choice. Absolutely. And I just live by example, and I walk by faith. And if you watch the beach report, you'll start to understand what it means. And if you come on and you just spew hatred and nastiness, you won't get anything out of it. That's right, Fred and Kelly. Jesus is the Alpha and Omega. Hi, Tom. We're on Long Beach Island, New Jersey. This is Beach Haven. Yeah, Jesus is my best friend. He's my husband now. I love him so much. He's my guy. Thank you, Billy Bob. I hope your day is also blessed with peace. Yes, positivity is the only vibe that I want to have in my life. All right, you guys. Well, my kids are due here soon, so I'm going to go get ready for them. I'm going to leave you guys this wonderful morning. We had so much fun on the beach report this morning. I'm so glad everybody was here to join me on the beach. I know Billy Bob's got to go. Everybody's got to go. Fred and Kelly know. All right, you guys. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful day. See you on the next beach report. You got that right, Kenneth. The Shoobies are super important to the beach, 100%. We love our Shoobies here on Long Beach Island.